The historic match between Yugoslavia and Zaire in the 1974 World Cup is remembered as one of the most lopsided victories in the history of the tournament. It was a historic moment for both countries. Yugoslavia, who was making their fourth appearance in the World Cup, was seen as the favorites in the matchup due to their stronger track record in international competition. On the other hand, Zaire, who was making their debut in the World Cup, was seen as the underdog. In this video, we will take a closer look to the events building up to this match. Hello and welcome back to our channel. The 1974 FIFA World Cup was the 10th FIFA World Cup, a football tournament for men's senior national teams that's organized every 4 years, and was played in West Germany and West Berlin between June 13th and July 7th. This tournament marked the first time that the current trophy, the FIFA World Cup trophy, created by the Italian sculptor Silvio Gazzaniga, was awarded. The previous trophy, the Jules Rimet Trophy, had been won for the third time by Brazil in 1970 and awarded permanently to the Brazilians. And this was also the first out of 3 World Cups to feature 2 rounds of group stages. The most embarrassing game in World Cup history happened to be in this World Cup, between the nations Yugoslavia and Zaire. The match was played at the Parkstadion in Gelsenkirchen, Germany, and was attended by a crowd of over 50,000 people. From a time when, according to FIFA rules, the whole of the African continent was allowed only one team for the World Cup. On the other hand, for Yugoslavia, this was like a home game, because most of the supporters were foreign Yugoslavian workers that lived in the area at the time. The most talked about participant of this match was the head coach of Zaire at the time, Mr. Blagoje Vidinic. Not only was he originally from Macedonia, which was part of Yugoslavia, he was also the goalkeeper of the Yugoslavian national team in the World Cup of 1962 and the head coach of Morocco in the World Cup of 1970. Which made him a Yugoslavian national with prior experience in World Cups, both as a footballer and as an African team head coach, in a game where he was coaching the first black team to ever reach a World Cup against his own nation. Keep that in mind. Now, talk about a very uncomfortable situation to be in for Coach Vidinic, huh? And to make it even worse, his team was involved in a very strange event leading up to the game, which saw many players unwilling to suit up. Now, why did that happen? Well, before the game, the Zaire players discovered that their government officials that were with them at the tournament were spending the funds which they thought was just for their allowances. And later on, they realized that those same funds were also for their wages and bonuses. Now imagine finding all that out before a game. I mean, they'd basically been ripped off and they wouldn't be getting paid. Understandably, there was an outrage in the camp. As a matter of fact, a good majority of the squad declared that they wouldn't play on June 18th against Yugoslavia. Now, you might be asking, where was FIFA? I mean, all this commotion going on, what is FIFA doing? The first theory is that FIFA, allegedly, stepped in and paid 3,000 Dutch marks per player to take to the field and save the tournament's reputation. And the second theory is that FIFA, being FIFA, did not care that the Zaire players had been betrayed by the government officials and demanded that Zaire played. Reluctantly, only 11 players walked out to the pitch of the Parkstadion. It could be argued that Zaire threw the game in protest. It could also be argued that the stress and off-field nonsense resulted in tired players that hadn't trained properly, weren't properly focused, and were severely lacking motivation. But what can't be argued is that the game was an embarrassment to everyone concerned. From the opening whistle, it was clear that Yugoslavia was a superior team on the pitch. They played with a level of skill and precision that many people had not expected, although it was one of the oddest openings to any international match ever. Yugoslavia took a 3-goal lead in 20 minutes. So Zaire's head coach, Vidinic, the former Yugoslav international himself, decided to substitute his goalkeeper. Off came Kazadi Mwamba on the 21-minute mark. On came Dimbi Tubilandu, who was just 5'4" or 162 centimeters on tiptoes. Within a minute, he'd conceded himself. He'd have to pick the ball out of his net a further 5 times that evening. Yugoslavia had a decent and quite unified team back in the 70s. In this game, Dusan Bajevic helped himself to a hat-trick. Legendary Red Star Belgrade winger Dragan Djajic also popped up with a goal, as did Ivica Surjak, Vladislav Bogicevic, Branko Oblak, Josip Katalinski, and Ilija Petkovic. Zaire tried to mount a comeback in the second half, but they were no match for the attacking power of the Yugoslavian team. I mean, pure torture. 6-0 at halftime, it ended 9-0. It was one of the heaviest World Cup defeats ever. This match will be remembered as one of the most dominant performances in the history of World Cup tournaments. It was a moment that will be forever in the minds of football fans around the world, and it is a testament to the skill and talent of the Yugoslavian national team. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more entertaining and interesting videos.